How's it going, everyone? Venomous Stare here. This is Blizzard's computer game, their shooter, Overwatch. I love it, I play it, and it will just serve as the backdrop for my discussion today about the Texas Rangers. If you don't really like Overwatch or aren't really into it, you can just listen to this like it's an audio podcast. So, the Rangers are in an awkward position. The team who has been front loaded with offense for so many years now has a very odd conundrum. They have a plethora of talented starting pitching, but none of it's really healthy. So what do? The Astros are gaining on them and contend to win the division. They're a young, plucky team. And the Rangers currently have their workhorse Colby Lewis injured, their stud lefty Derek Collin injured, as well as some other things. But those are the two main injuries I want to focus on. And Yu Darvish just came back, so basically he's been injured. And Yu Darvish is a player who consistently gets injured, so honestly I think we can expect for him to get injured again within a short amount of time. I hate to say it, but Yu Darvish is one of those players who's exceptional but is injury prone. But if he can defy expectations and stay healthy, I think that honestly the Rangers will be able to go to the ALCS with ease. Because with the healthy Yu Darvish and a healthy Cole Hamels, who I'm going to talk about now, the 1-2 punch of the Rangers will be very hard to deal with. Because once you have a healthy 1-2, filling in 3 is a bit easier. Excuse me. But I think filling in 3 becomes very important when you have to play best of 5s and best of 7s in the playoffs. And you can't understate the importance of that, because obviously having an incredibly strong top 3 pitching rotation is instrumental in keeping your bullpen rested. So I think that that's one thing that can't be understated. Sure, having a top 3 is really important in best of 7 and best of 5, but it's also important in the regular season too. So let's talk about Cole Hamels. Right now he's the Rangers' best pitcher, I would say. He's consistent, he's a workhorse. He's talented, his stuff is very good, he plays good defense, he eats up innings, he's the complete package. He's clutch, he's everything the Rangers want, and everything they should build on. He's the stud that they lacked for so long and accomplished somewhat with Cliff Lee, another former Philly, but didn't have the backup to support, and now with these other pitchers I'm going to mention, they will have the backup. And I think that Cliff Lee was a great decision, and I really love that trade historically. And I think that it kind of marks a time where the Rangers moved in the correct direction. But Cole Hamels is this guy, much like Cliff Lee, a former Philly who has excellent stuff, and is someone who you can put out there in Game 1 of a playoff series and expect to perform consistently well, not have control problems, shut down power hitters. He's that dude, as they say. So let's move on. At number 2, Yu Darvish. He's also very good. His stuff arguably is better than Cole Hamels' stuff. However, he lacks the he lacks the health consistency to prevent himself from becoming injured, and injuries have plagued his career, especially recently, and I think that's a huge thing that you have to consider with Yu Darvish. And I don't think it's too negative to say that Yu Darvish is probably going to get hurt before the season's over again. And you can't rely on Yu Darvish to carry your team from now until the World Series. But that being said, when he's healthy, he's great. But he is one of those players. Third best, I would say, is Colby Lewis. He's been one of the Rangers' most consistent players, and he's been with the Rangers a long time. He was with the Rangers through both World Series runs, and did a good job in 2013, and is one of my favorite players. This guy really puts in the innings and puts forth the work. He's a workhorse. Stuff isn't as good as Lewis or Yu, but he's very talented and he can grind out games, and he's capable of the very good game just like a Darvish or a Hamels would be. So we saw that whenever he almost got a perfect game. And I think that he's a very good player and a solid number 3, and he's scheduled to get back in August. Late August. This is problematic because the Astros are gaining on the Rangers and are a very hot, plucky team. So the Rangers kind of are looking for solutions now. The Rangers' number 4 guy is Derek Holland, someone who was almost always injured, but is someone with very good stuff. I think Holland probably could contend with Yu Darvish and Hamels for best stuff when he's on, but he's almost always injured. It's a great sadness. And I think that Derek Holland is exceptionally talented, and if he can sort his injuries out, he'll be instrumental in many Rangers World Series, but I'm honestly a bit doubtful that will happen. So that leaves us with the question, what do the Rangers do? I think that going after Chris Sale is an option. I really do. Chris Sale is contracted not just for the 1 year, but for more than 1 year. And I think that going after Chris Sale would be the correct move here for the Rangers. He's a shutdown pitcher that eats up innings and has an extremely low ERA year after year. And when you look at what the Rangers need, which is someone who can just grind out consistent starts from now until October, Chris Sale is the answer. And if the Rangers can do it without giving away Gallo, that would be perfect. But I think that Chris Sale is someone who can not only carry the Rangers to the playoffs with the division, but someone who obviously can carry in the playoffs. This is a guy who can hang with the very best. He's consistently been very good, someone who's right up there with Hamels and Yu Darvish. And just imagine Hamels, Yu Darvish, and Chris Sale, and then you can even throw in Holland or Colby Lewis if you want. It's hard to beat that combo. If you enjoyed this Overwatch gameplay or the Ranger talk, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You'll be pleasantly notified whenever I make new videos. And leave a comment. What should the Rangers do? Go get Chris Sale, go do something else. What do you think? And follow me on Twitter, link in the description.